Hey, good morning, everybody. It's Justice for Comics. It's Thursday, not New Comic Book Day. That was yesterday. I didn't get a chance to do the review. Went golfing in the afternoon. The weather was really nice. Had a wonderful time. Shot pretty well, especially in the front nine. Back nine was, started drinking a little too much. That tends to happen to me, especially if I'm playing with other guys that like to drink. So I was really serious for the front nine. Then the back nine, yeah, kind of wheels came off the bus a little bit, but yeah, we had a good time. But the weather was fantastic, and yeah, there's not a whole lot going on near the end of the year for my business, so it's a good time to enjoy oneself. I still need to put together a video highlighting my top covers for 2022. I do have a list started. I need to probably do that. I don't know if I'll have time tonight. We're having a get together with my wife's employees are coming over, her workmates. So most likely it'll be Friday evening. I'll get that video together. I think you're going to really, really enjoy it. Highlighting some really cool cover art that came out this past year. And yeah, I'm going to put that together. I think you'll enjoy it. It's going to be impossible to narrow it down perfectly. I mean, it's obviously just my opinion anyways, so doesn't mean these are the top covers. It's just the top covers according to Justice for Comics. So there you go. All right, so let's review books that are coming out next Wednesday. Let's take a look real quick. January 4th. Dark Horse. Was there anything from Dark Horse? Spy Superb #1. That might be worth picking up. Matt Kindt is the writer and the artist. He's pretty good. He's done a lot of other series that have done fairly well in the past. I think he did Once and Future, Grasslands. He's a pretty good writer. A cover is by Simmons. And of course, you've got a nice Tula Lote cover. It's an expensive book. It's an $8 book. So I'm assuming it might be oversized. I'm pretty sure it's bigger than a 32-page book. You've got a C cover, incentive cover by Christian Ward. Not my favorite Christian Ward cover. I mean, I see this psychedelic angle of it, but if you want to see a really good Christian Ward cover, go see his Star Trek #2, 1 in 50 or 1 in 25 cover. That's a really good cover by him. All right, so that's it for Dark Horse. DC. Batman 131. Bunch of covers. A covers by Joe Quesada. You got a nice B cover by Art Germ. Jason Fabok is doing the C cover. An incentive cover by Nakayama, a 1 in 25. Notice the price is at $13.50, so almost 50% discount on that. But notice the 1 in 50 is not really discounted much, only 10% off at $45. That's a 1 in 50 by Art Germ. And you got a black and white by Quesada. That's a 1 in 100 ratio. That's still available at Midtown. Yeah, the 1 in 100 on this, it's nice, but you're not really going to get any significant discount on that book. And I don't think it's going to be that hard to find just because Batman is a pretty well-ordered book to begin with. So there's a lot of shops that are going to order 100 copies, probably, I would think. Dark Knights of Steel #9. I love this Zafino cover. I mean, I'm a big fan of his artwork, his style. There's really nobody that draws like him. He draws like his old man. He's the son of what was Zafino's first name? His father's name, I can't remember. It's fairly similar, but a lot of people think it's the same person. It's not. It's his son. I believe he lives down in Argentina, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, his art style is just gritty. It's freaking awesome. I love it. His black and white sketches are amazing. I want to buy an original art by him at some point. So, and I know he does have a store, so something to think about for the future. There's also a Perio That's a 1 in 25 cover by him. It's pretty good. Gotham City Year One, number 4. I do like the B cover by Tony Harris. I just love the coloring on that. I don't know, it's just really cool. Love that cover. So that's one that I would get. There's also a Mike Janin incentive cover. It's not bad. Joker, the Man Who Stopped Laughing, issue 4. Yeah, these Bermejo covers are awesome. I'm just basically pre-ordering and picking up all the Bermejo covers. That's another really good one by him. Obviously, issue 3, the Christmas Santa Claus Bermejo cover, is still a hot book, still selling between $30 and $40 consistently on eBay. So I told everybody about that book the week it came out and said if you could get it for cover, pick up multiple copies. I got 3 issues or 3 copies of that book. And I think it's a great long-term hold, but it's a good series. The writing on it's pretty decent. There's also an incentive cover by Dustin Nugent. It's a 1 in 25. Poison Ivy number 8 is out. Obviously, I love the Frizen cover. I'm a big fan of Frizen's art. Another beautiful cover by her. I think the DeCall cover is really nice as well. Beautiful DeCall cover. DeCall's really good too. I think his art is awesome. The Sam Wolf cover is interesting. I don't think it's my favorite, but it's interesting. And then, of course, you got the Frizen 1 in 50 foil variant. They didn't discount that much, and it's still at $54. A lot of websites were selling that pre-order at $125, by the way. Sword of Azrael number 6. Yeah. I really like the incentive cover by James Stokey. Just really good detail in that. Fantastic cover. That's it for DC. Moving on to Dynamite Entertainment. Yeah, I think I pre-ordered this Lord of the Jungle. I think I got it pretty discounted. I think I got it at $70, which was a good deal. It's a metal cover, and it's a beautiful cover by Gary Frank. So that's going to be coming up in my TFAW order at some point in the near future. Again, this is another company that has a couple good properties. Obviously, they've got Red Sonja. They've got Vampirilla. So it's kind of keeping them alive. But, they only really sell 3 or 4 comic books. And they do a ton of covers. I don't know. I don't know how profitable of a business model this is, but I don't know. It seems to work for them at the moment. But I think that's another issue is some of these small independent comic book publishers. Obviously, we just saw the announcement of Aftershock going into bankruptcy. I think Valiant is next. I'm hearing all kinds of people talk about the fact that they're owed money by Valiant. So it's not looking good for them as well. So yeah, we'll have to see. IDW Publishing. Earth Divers, I don't really know about that. My Little Pony. I mean, they've got a following. I think a lot of their books do okay. They got Star Trek now. Rebooted that. Issue 3 is out next week. I kind of like this black and white Rosanna's cover. That's pretty cool. And there is a Stefano Simeone Virgin cover for $45. That is still available. And of course, they got the Turtles property, and there's always some miniseries going on there. Looks like the newest one is the Armageddon game. The Alliance issue 3 is out. I do like this incentive cover by Mateus. That's pretty cool. Very nice. And Image. You got the Spawn cover, do a Powerbomb number 7, second printing of that Spawn cover. It's interesting. Gunslinger Spawn number 7. Oh, that's the defining highlights. Hexware, looks like there's a second printing of that Spawn cover as well. So Image is cashing in on that little bit of comic heat at the moment. Again, another second printing of the Spawn cover for Nocturnal. It's a good cover by Tony Daniel. What do we got? What is this? Scotch McTernan's Holiday Party. I have no idea what that is. And you can make comic book about anything anymore. Spawn 337 is out next week. The Raymond Gay cover is pretty good. Gay is a pretty good artist. He's done some work on Turtle covers in the past. He's done some exclusives. Looks like he's finally getting regular work now on Spawn, which is cool. And of course, a nice cover here by Toledano. That one's nice. Almost looked like a Matina cover for a minute. All right. I think that does it for Image. Marvel. Avengers 64, you've got a nice homage cover there. I know a lot of people collect those. You've got the Artgerm cover, which is beautiful. Awesome cover. That I believe that is that the Phoenix? I think it's the Phoenix, isn't it? Jean Grey? I believe so. I could be mistaken. There is a 1 in 100 variant still available at Midtown for $108. And notice they didn't have that discounted. In fact, they had it originally priced at $120. That is a 1 in 100. But right now, that 108 price is probably the cheapest you'll find it. On eBay, I think that's around 125 or more. Captain America Sentinel of Liberty, number 8, a nice cover by Alex Maleev, ripping through the newspaper. It's kind of a cool image. Fantastic Four, issue 3 is out. Nice cover by Alex Ross. Ross has some really, really nice 1 in 100 villain incentive covers coming out in January and February. So there's some sites selling all of the, he's got a color one and a black and white one. The black and whites are going to be 1 in 100s. So there's a lot of people that are probably going to collect those. Marauders. I don't know how to pronounce that name. Marauders. Jim Bartel, classic homage. The X-Men 141. I have that book. Love that book. Scarlet Witch number 1. Yeah, the Adam Hughes cover is pretty cool. I did pre-order the Virgin. There was a store exclusive of this. I think it was only limited to around 400 or 500. It was a lot lower print run, and it sold out very quickly. I haven't looked on eBay to see what it's going for lately, but I know for a while there it was going for double what I paid for it. So if you want the regular cover, there it is for $4.99. But there is a Virgin lower print run version of that was a store exclusive. There's an Ivan Tao cover. And you've got a nice 1 in 100 by Tao of Scarlet Witch, still available for $90. By the way, be very careful. I've said this many times in the last few months that the higher ratio books, don't buy them with the idea of flipping them. They're just not doing well on eBay. A lot of times in December, books will collapse in price because people need money for Christmas. Times get tight around the holidays, and you see pretty big discounts sometimes, especially on incentive variants. So be very careful. I mean, you can see this all over the board. Here's a Spider-Man number 4. This is an incentive cover by Humberto Ramos. This is a 1 in 25. Again, $13.50. Pretty big discount over ratio or under ratio. Star Wars Mandalorian number 5, second printing by Stephanie Hans. That's a pretty cool cover. Surprised that's not sold out. Again, it's December. I just think it's because of the time of the year we're in. Another Stephanie Hans cover for issue 30. That's a 1 in 25. That's still available. I think that does it for Marvel. Independence, there's not a whole lot to highlight for Independence. I'll try to run through it here real quick. I'm only going to highlight the ones that I thought looked okay or interesting. Again, Aftershock is still producing comic books at the moment. I don't know when they'll stop. You probably won't see any March orders for Aftershock. Atonement Bell #2, again, Red 5 Comics. They produce a nice comic book, very, very low print run. It always seems to sell out very quickly on Midtown. So check with your shop and see if that's a book that they're getting in. It's just a very, very low print run, very small publisher. Children of the Black Sun, #1, by Ablaze Media. A couple of the covers have sold out. I really like the D cover. I think this one's really cool. I kind of dig that cover. So that's one that I'm going to grab off of TFAW. It looks like the incentives are, well, there is a Virgin version of this that's sold out. Is that Something is Killing the Children parody? Okay. Maybe that's why it's hot. I don't know. All right. Deathgasm. What the hell? That's available. All copies. Let's breeze through this. I'm tired of highlighting all these books. Let me just try to get through it. It's like getting through the holidays. Same thing. Oh, I do like this cover. Grimm Fairy Tales #67. Ignacio No. That's a pretty cool cover. I like that. That is sold out. Hammerfall. Looks like all copies of that are sold out except for the 125 incentive. I guess no one has appetite for any risk these days. But yeah, the A cover is pretty cool. I could see why that's sold out. It's pretty nice. And my voice is not in good shape here this morning. Sorry, everybody. Judge Dredd magazine, 449. That's a pretty wicked cover. Kind of like that. Know Your Station as a second printing on that for #1. And what else? What else do we've got here? What else do we have? Mosley #1 looks like another Boom Studios title. The one per store is sold out. The rest of them are still available. I think that's it. Yeah, the rest are all trade paperbacks. All right, guys, that's it for your books for next Wednesday, the 4th. It gives you a little preview. Not a whole lot coming out. I'm not surprised near the end of the year. Not a lot of publishers go heavy into the last week or the first week of the new year. So probably we'll see a lot more in the coming weeks. I do plan on doing that live stream on probably Friday evening, highlighting my top cover picks for 2022. So stay tuned for that. I'll try to send out early notifications so everybody knows ahead of time so that you could be in attendance. Love to have people in the chat chiming in, giving your opinions, maybe even saying, hey, this is what I thought was the best cover. I'll be glad to highlight that in the live stream. So keep that in mind on Friday. So Friday evening, I plan on doing that live stream probably around 8 or 9 o'clock in the evening, Eastern Standard Time. So I'll send out notifications as early as I can on Friday. Hope everyone has a great week, and I'll see you guys soon.